On that beat, going crazy.
All right, Minnie. Ready to start docking sequence?
Okay. Engaging retro thrusters now. Lunar Transfer Station, Tacoma. Commercial Cargo Transit Facility. Crew evacuated. Station AI offline.
Air supply?
Breathable air on Tacoma for a crew of 1 should be more than sufficient. Docking now.
Welcome to another Big Red Plastic Cup review. This is another video in a series to highlight games with smaller audiences and genres, and we are looking at another walking simulator today called Tacoma. I thought this would be a good time to review and show the gameplay of Tacoma because it is currently free on PC from Epic Games, so if the game ends up being interesting to you, you can pick it up on PC for free to give it a try. It is also available to Xbox Ultimate Game Pass members on both PC and Xbox at the time this video was published, and it will be free with Epic until July 30th at 8 a.m. Pacific Time.
Minnie, I'm headed in. Talk to you when I'm back. Don't let anybody scan the ship while I'm gone.
Okay.
Okay.
To give a quick history of the game and developer, Tacoma was released for Windows, Linux, Mac, and Xbox One on August 2nd, 2017, and then later made available for PlayStation 4 on May 8th, 2018. The game was created by developers Fulbright, who also created Gone Home, which is another great walking simulator genre game, which I will also feature in a later review, so be sure to check that out. If you're new to this genre, you can think of it more of playing a short movie that has interaction, and as long as the story is good enough, it'll keep you interested till the end. Tacoma does live up to this, although it isn't perfect, and I'll get into that in a minute. You start the game as Amy, a subcontractor heading to the Lunar Transfer Station Tacoma, which is 321,000 kilometers away from Earth and is a cargo transfer point between Earth and the Moon for a corporation called Venturis. The time is 2088, and your mission, as it seems, is to investigate what happened on Tacoma and retrieve necessary information from the station to bring back to Venturis. 3 days prior to your arrival, the station was hit by a meteor strike that damages the station and causes the crew to have to find a solution to survive. The station has a built-in AI and augmented reality system that tracks each person's movement on the station and records the information. This allows Amy to relive the last 3 days since the meteor strike to gain a better understanding of what occurred and how the crew handled it. The game is set up into different capsules, each with the same idea when it comes to advancing through the story. You will enter a capsule, install your device to download the information from the capsule, and while this is happening, you will use the station's augmented reality system to view the last recording that occurred in that capsule. While viewing this recording, you're able to move freely and listen to each of the crew members' individual conversations, and you are also able to view certain electronic communications from different crew members, which can help provide more context on the story or provide a hint to progress, although some communications are unretrievable as they appear to be corrupted. This is a great and unique way of providing gameplay as it allows you to rewind, fast forward, and pause the recording so you can move around and review each event in real time or just at your own speed. Once all the information for a capsule has been located, you will move further in the story, all while being contacted by Venturis, reminding you of the importance of your mission and your requirements. I found the game to be quite engaging and enjoyed finding little secrets along the way that are hidden within the electronic communications you go through. So if you do play the game, be sure to pay close attention to these details. I also enjoyed the mystery around the story, and who doesn't want to go to an abandoned space station and investigate what happened to the crew? Now let's talk about how I think it could have been improved. Like I said, I found the story to be great, although I personally found to have a hard time connecting to the characters. You play as Amy Ferrier, although you have very little information about her, so it's hard to develop a connection there, especially because Amy is viewing these events after they've happened, so nothing is addressed to her or directly involves her. There was definitely information and backstory provided on the crew, but I felt it was hard to connect due to the dullness of how they appeared as augmented reality figures. If you're willing to put in the time to read each of the items found, including all the communications, you will find quite a bit of backstory, but that type of information digging is not for everyone, so I'm afraid some may find this story being lost on them due to that lack of connection. I stand by it being a great story and even a great game, but I do believe some work could have been done on making the character connections easier. From a graphics perspective, the game is mostly inside the space station, so not a lot of high-resolution textures, but all in all, the game does look wonderful at 1440p and runs great on PC. The soundtrack is not extremely memorable, although there's not a lot of room for it in this environment, so I understand why the developers would have limited it here. I really applaud the gameplay style of going into a capsule and viewing the events that occurred while looking for clues. I found it fresh and interactive. I am definitely a fan of Fulbright, and I think this is a great game and a great follow-up to Gone Home, and I'm really excited to see what they come out with next. I suggest anyone who is a fan of the walking simulator genre to check out the game, and if you're not a fan of the genre, definitely jump in to give it a try because you never really know what you might like. If you want to check out the full 1440p 60 frames per second gameplay, there's a link in the description. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of these reviews and gameplay footage in the future, and don't be afraid to like the video if you enjoyed the review. See you on the next one.
Going crazy.